to another episode of Fantasy Pylon. We're going to be talking about Week 2 studs and bums of the week. Alongside, I got Kerdonk, Shadow Ninja, and Hunter Renfro, also known as Roy, Hunter, and Kelly. So we're going to start out. We each got 2 studs for the week, and then after that, we'll be talking about our bums of the week. Does anyone want to address anyone that screwed you over in fantasy this week, though? Because mine would be Steven Gostkowski. You truly, this is a message if somehow you got to the Fantasy Pylon channel. Please don't play football anymore, because I ain't ever starting you or picking you up on any league again. So thank you for Mr. Gostkowski there for costing me a game this week. I know you might have a little beef with someone.
Le'Veon Bell let me down. But yeah, I lost there. So
Le'Veon Bell also said a third time, I believe, that he's gonna, help win everyone a fantasy championship this year. So I don't trust that man as well. Yeah. I think it must be opposite day when he says that, but whatever. All right, well, we'll just get right into the studs right now. And Kelly, if you want to talk about your first stud for week 2.
I've got Nick Chubb versus the Bengals.
Oh yeah.
After a relatively poor performance against the Ravens, I think the Browns will go into this game against the Bengals Thursday night trying to limit Baker Mayfield's pass attempts. And you do that by giving it to one of the best running backs in the NFL. I could easily see him hitting 100 rushing yards with ease and a touchdown against the Bengals. The Chargers did pretty decent in the run game last week against the Bengals, and they had really no passing attack to open up the running game. So I think the Browns are all around better on offense than the Chargers. Our O-line's better. I think their running backs are better, and I think the Browns will destroy the Bengals in the run game Thursday.
Now, before I get into my stud, how do you feel? Do you have an opinion on Kareem Hunt getting more carries than Nick Chubb?
I think that was just because they were down 32 points.
So you think they were just like, hey, let's rest our guy?
Yeah, because I think Nick Chubb is... Well, they did give Kareem Hunt an extension, so they believe in him to an extent. Yeah. But I think Nick Chubb will be the beneficiary for carries this week.
We'll see. I'm playing Chubb this week, but don't want to agree on that. But you could be right there with that. So my stud, you should be happy about this, Kelly, is Allen Robinson. He's going up against the New York Giants this week. He did have 9 targets. I'm not sure if he led the team with that. But Anthony Miller was another great option for the Bears. Now, there's a contract dispute going on, a lot of drama, but I think he'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. It's Allen Robinson. And the other thing is, last week I was calling about Juju Smith-Schuster popping up against New York on Monday night. That happened, so I feel like you might as well have another wide receiver one with Allen Robinson going up with New York. So that's my first stud of the week. Hunter, for you?
Yeah, so my first one is going to be my boy Christian McCaffrey. I know he's probably like the best running back in the entire league, but going up against the Buccaneers, last week Alvin Kamara did some work against that defense, and if Christian McCaffrey can do the same thing, I expect big numbers from him.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, even last week with Kamara, he was, rushing well, and he was also pretty good on the receiving end as well, which Christian McCaffrey strives at both of those. As long as the Buccaneers defense will be sloppy against running backs, I think he'll be an absolute stud.
Yeah, it's a safe, bet, because he probably was number 1 overall in a lot of leagues, and there wasn't really any point of, after what he did last week, I wouldn't even think about benching him. No. So yeah, I would hope he studs up again. I don't think he has a bad game. Let's say that. So,
no, I don't think he'll.
McCaffrey's worst game of the season last year was against Tampa Bay Week 2. Deja vu.
Yeah. Hey.
I think he'll be fine. They look pretty sloppy.
That's some wise words for being an easy stud of the week. So let's see. But all right, Roy, for your stud of the week.
Stud of the week is CeeDee Lamb. He had 6 targets 5 catches, 59 yards on Sunday night against the Rams. He did say though after the game he got interviewed, he said he wasn't pleased with his performance. He felt like he had a lot more stuff left on the table. He could have played a lot faster, and he also said that he could have gave Dak more opportunities to throw the ball and get open. But he goes up against Atlanta this week, and we all saw what Russell Wilson did to Atlanta. So I'm expecting some big things out of CD, and I plan on starting him this week in our fantasy league too.
Oh wow! No, I thought CeeDee Lamb looked better than Jerry Jeudy this week.
Jerry Jeudy had some crucial drops.
Yeah,
last night.
it looked like he like grabbed the ball and started looking for the field, and I'm pretty sure he did that with like one of the end zone ones too. But yeah, it was not good. I mean, Gostkowski very much almost cost the Titans the game, but he could have also as well cost the Broncos the actual game. So. Yeah, but I thought CeeDee Lamb was the better of the rookie wide receivers this week. So, all right, Kelly, for your second stud of the week.
I got A.J. Brown going up against Jacksonville. A.J. Brown, he kind of looked lethargic last night. And I don't know if that was because with Tennessee being on the West Coast, they were playing in what should be like 10 o'clock to 1 in the morning, or if that was just because...
The mile-high air. Too.
Yeah, just something. But A.J. Brown didn't look anything like he did last week, and I expect him to get back on track against a Jacksonville defense that isn't top-notch.
He was very, and of course Corey Davis was kind of the guy. He looked like the wide receiver one over AJ Brown. Yeah, so now if AJ Brown catches that touchdown at the end, I think things are different. But I do agree. I think stud bounce back. Now I'm pretty sure he went off last year against Boye, who was on Jacksonville last year. Was that correct?
He was, yes.
So he played Boye this week and didn't really do that good because Boye's on Denver now. So I'm assuming that Jacksonville, of how bad their team's looking, even though they beat the Colts, I feel like that. I agree. I think that's a great option. Let's hope, because I got A.J. Brown in the lineup this week. So, all right. My next stud of the week is a guy out of USC, Ronald Jones, versus Carolina this week. And he had 19 touches on his week 1 start. Leonard Fournette didn't really have a big game. I think he was very low in touches, but he's very new to the team. I do think Leonard Fournette gets a few more carries, takes a little bit more of the work, but I just think Ronald Jones is going to get the majority of the work. And after seeing Josh Jacobs do what he did last week, I think that the Buccaneers are still elite offense. I just think they faced the Saints, who are, a Super Bowl contending team. So I see Ronald Jones having an awesome week 2 this week. I feel like if you're going to trade Ronald Jones, I feel like after week 2, I think that's the best he's going to be, and then he'll be downhill from there, because I think Leonard Fournette will start getting that playbook together and becoming the real RB1 for that team. So after this week, watch out for, go ahead and trade Ronald Jones, in my opinion. But Hunter, for your second stud of the week.
Yeah, I got the Minnesota Golden Boy, Adam Thielen.
Oh, yes.
He put up some monster numbers against Green Bay last week, and they're going up against Indianapolis this week, and I don't think their defense is that stellar.
Yeah. Did anyone pop off against Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, in my opinion, they don't really have.
Or with the Colts, right? They play the Colts.
Yeah, they played the Colts. But Jacksonville. I don't think Jacksonville has the stud wide receivers that they may have had in the past. They kind of just have mediocre. He put up like at least 150 yards.
Yeah.
But Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback. Adam Thielen's a better wide receiver. I expect some.
Do you think Kirk Cousins is a 3rd round pick?
No, not a 3rd round pick.
No, for sure.
But Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. Yeah. He's gonna give the ball to Thielen. I think Thielen is gonna be good.
For sure. Yeah, I think it's a good stud. T.Y. Hilton really didn't do much. Michael Pittman Jr. didn't really do much. I want to say Jack Doyle and maybe Mo Alley Cox was the guy for. And
I want to say the Colts had like 4 pass catchers in between like 45 and 60 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
I think Paris Campbell was in there. T.Y. was in there.
Pittman.
I think Jonathan Taylor was
Yeah.
right up in there
Yeah.
too.
Hines as well.
Hines was
Yeah.
too.
So yeah, maybe Colts are just a very spread out team. So looking at Adam Thielen, he kind of is the guy there in Minnesota. So I think it's a great stud. So Roy, your last stud of the week here.
Yeah, I got Jonathan Taylor. I mean, Marlon Mack has a ruptured Achilles. I feel like Jonathan Taylor's going to step it up a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
I did read a report earlier today that went out yesterday saying that Frank Rich, I hope I'm saying his last name right, but
The coach.
their coach, he said that Jonathan Taylor will step into the starting running back role for the Colts. So hopefully things go good from there with him.
Let's hope your waiver wire Hines doesn't take that role.
Yeah.
All right. So now moving in, kind of the guys like Le'Veon Bell and Gostkowski, the bums of the week. We just got 2 here. So Kelly, go ahead and start off with your bum of the week.
I got Joe Mixon. I think he's going to put in 2 poor performances in a row. That Bengals offensive line is atrocious.
It's so garbage.
It's terrible. Joe Burrow was under pressure all day. Joe Mixon couldn't find any holes to do anything with. And that Cleveland defense kind of held the Ravens in check in the run game Sunday. Mark Ingram had a poor performance. J.K. Dobbins was, he had 2 touchdowns, but besides that, I think he had 25 yards. Lamar Jackson had like 50, I think. So I don't that Cleveland run defense might be improved from last season, and I don't expect Joe Mixon to light it up on Thursday night.
Might because guy that doesn't hit people with a helmet's back. So,
Yeah.
all right, for sure. Now, still staying in Cleveland, I got Odell Beckham Jr. I had very slim hope for him being great again. This season. After seeing Week 1, I'm truly over that guy. He was, I think after the first quarter, he was getting an IV. I don't know if he's dehydrated or something going on with him. I just see him against, I think he's playing Cincinnati Thursday night this week. He had 10 targets, though. He only caught 3 of them, so maybe Baker Mayfield just can't throw. 22 yards. It makes me sick, I can't imagine him being my wide receiver 2 and drafting him high and giving him hope. So I don't know. He's a guy that I just think is going to continue to be what he was. I think if there's a guy, it's Njoku and Hunt and maybe Landry. But yeah, besides that, Odell is just a decoy in my eyes.
There
So
was some rumbling this morning about Odell possibly being traded from Cleveland too.
well, hey, okay, that is
Yeah,
something
where?
that changes everything.
No, it was just all I saw was that the Browns were.
They swap Allen Robinson for Odell.
Absolutely not.
Right, all right. All right, on to your bum of the week.
Yeah, so I have Keenan Allen as a bum of the week. Last week against the Bengals, that was just god awful.
What did he have? Holmes had, right?
It was under like 50 yards. It was a pretty piss poor performance for him going up against the Bengals. It was atrocious.
Yeah, it is.
And he's going up against the Chiefs this week. I don't see him producing any sort of solid numbers this
For
week.
sure,
So
for sure. Yeah, Hunter Henry seemed to be the guy. I think Tyrod Taylor's just lost in the sauce with that offense.
that rookie running back seemed to be just blowing
Kelly?
it up. Yeah, he just seemed to be blowing it up for them.
Yeah, and Eckler didn't look good. I don't know. And
Eckler-
Cincinnati's a trash defense, so
They're a trash team overall.
you're gonna face you're gonna face the Super Bowl champs. So that's a good pick. Roy, for your bum of the week.
John, if you're seeing this, it goes out to you. Carson Wentz, 24 for 42, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 8 sacks. 1 fumble loss. Week 2 he goes up against the Rams. That Rams defense, I think, is pretty solid, especially that defensive line with Aaron Donald.
Rams.
See him throwing around Zeke and that offensive line. But
Carson Wentz just isn't your guy.
no, definitely not.
Until he blows up against Dallas, right?
Probably not.
All right,
You
Kelly.
can't blow up against Washington. You can't blow it up against Dallas. No way.
Yeah, the football team was looking spicy. All right. Kelly, your second bum of the week.
I got DJ Moore. Tampa Bay's defense kind of shut down New Orleans' passing attack on Sunday and held the best receiver in the NFL to 3 catches for 17 yards. So if they're going to take away the number 1 option all year, I think DJ Moore might have a bad week this week.
Did anyone else produce on that? Like, so you have Michael Thomas who didn't produce, but was like Emmanuel Sanders that guy? Or?
He caught it. I think the guy really was Jared Cook. He had like 80 yards, but Drew Brees only had like 175 passing yards last week.
For the most part on that Saints offense, it was Kamara and Cooks that were putting up the numbers for them. I mean, Thomas was pretty much non-existent. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders, unlike he had the 1 touchdown, but other than that, he really didn't have much.
I gotcha. Now, how about us? I don't even know who the tight end there in Carolina is, but is that a sleeper? Possibly. Is it Dixon?
No, it's Ian Thomas.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Did he do anything week 1?
I don't think so. Well, I'm saying in the perspective of Jared Cook going off against that defense.
No, Jared Cook caught 1 long pass, and that pretty much made his day.
Okay, yeah. All right.
That's about all he's known for. I'm going to be honest. Like the past couple of years, he just goes for that 1 deep bomb and just doesn't
touchdown
do
reliable guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
If he doesn't get a touchdown, he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my last bum of the week, I got Chris Carson. He's against New England. I was kind of down on New England coming in the season because they had like the most guys opt out for the defense. Carson had 12 touches. Now, they were up against Atlanta, so I'm thinking that's probably why he didn't get much. But Carlos Hyde, had that late goal line carry. Now, Carson did have 2 receiving touchdowns. But my thing was kind of thinking how New England stopped Miami's run, kind of. I mean, it's kind of a tough thing, but I think Chris Carson's not going to do what he should do normally, I think that if he doesn't get the 2 touchdowns, he doesn't really have a great game. So it's going to be more, I think, DK Metcalf, Greg Olsen. I think that's Russell Wilson's game, not Carson. So that's my other bum of the week. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not. Yeah.
Going back to it, does Miami even have a rushing attack?
They have Howard and Breida.
Well,
they could have some people, but last year Ryan Fitzpatrick was their leading rusher.
Well,
that's such a sad statistic.
Yes, that is.
If okay, well, let's say Carlos Hyde gets another goal line carry again, then.
But New England is a stout defense. I don't disagree with the pick, but I'm just saying you can't really compare it to Miami's rushing
That's
attack.
fine. I'll respect that. So I could go for it. Hunter, your last bum of the week.
I don't know if you guys would even agree on this one, but I'm gonna say Darren Waller going up against. He's going up against the Saints, and that Bucs game. They have Buccaneers have 3 pretty solid tight ends, and they did practically nothing against the Saints.
Yeah.
And what are the Raiders? They have Waller and Witten washed up. Waller. He's really good, but I think they're gonna probably.
It's Raiders versus who?
The Saints.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think
Monday night, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's Monday night or Sunday night. One of the two.
I'll take it.
But I think Darren Waller is gonna be an absolute bomb this week.
I don't want to hear that at all. Google good Jew. Let's hope you do good. So, Roy, your last bum of the week.
Melvin Gordon, running back for the Broncos. It's going against Steelers defense, and that defense shut down Saquon Barkley last night. So
yeah, that's pretty simple and sweet,
I think nothing. They can shut down Saquon. I'm sure they can shut down Melvin.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and Melvin. I like Royce Freeman. I think with Philip being hurt, Philip could come back, yes, but I think Royce Freeman will get a workload too. I don't think they're fully confident in Melvin having that whole backfield yet, which kind of sucks. But I think Melvin Gordon's a great talent, but I don't know. They were having Philip.
Over him any day.
That could be argued for days. I think.
Philip Lindsay's a back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher. What did Melvin Gordon do last year? Sit out 8 games?
That's
being
a
a weenie.
He got a year off, pretty much.
He's a bomb.
Okay.
He's a bomb. Let's be real here, Sean.
Melvin Gordon peaked in college.
I see Melvin Gordon. If Philip Lindsay's out,
it's turf toe. He's not a weenie.
Dude,
he's coming back this week,
guarantee
stronger than ever.
Philip might be out for or 5 weeks.
He's not going
Because he's
out
gonna
that
be
long.
crying back to his
Remember
mom.
didn't Devontae Adams had turf toe last year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
How
can be
long
a-
is he
he
out
can,
for?
he
Yeah.
can be a weenie.
Yeah, that's
How
your
long is
boy.
he out for?
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
Devon-
Devontae Adams can be a little bit of a
That's your
weenie, but I
package.
mean Philip Lindsay, that he's a tough guy. He's gonna be okay,
Yeah.
guarantee. He's coming back strong.
All right. Well, we just had to see, but thank you for joining us, guys. Those are our studs and bums of week 2, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode of Fantasy Pylon.